with regards to the Shias, really they are the most lying sect of Islam. In other words, they are, it is a part of their religion, taqiyya. One of their concepts of the religion is that it's allowed for them to lie. Okay? So if you were to ask a Shia, do you believe this, do you believe this, do you believe this? He's going to say, no, 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 no. If you go to their books, this is now where the beliefs are clearly outlined, including the belief that you can lie. They have a ascription to one of their imams, lying is 9/10 of this religion. Now, by the way, I'm speaking of the Shia religion based upon certain knowledge. I have their main book called Usul al-Kafi. I've looked over it. I've read their chapters. Okay, I know what the Shias believe. I'm not taking this from what the Shias say. The Shias are allowed to lie, and it's their religion to lie. Okay, any person who knows the Shias knows this. It is their religion to lie. 90% of the religion, by their own statement, is lying. They are allowed to lie. And this goes back to historical reasons. So don't go and ask Shias what they believe. Go straight to their source books. Well, actually, right now you shouldn't even be reading their books. But I'm saying, if you ever get to a level where you need to find out what they believe, go straight to their source books. And in their source books, yes, they do say this. Okay. However, do all Shias believe this? Not necessarily. Maybe they don't know their source books. I used to know many Shias. Wallahi, if they knew what Shiism truly was, they would be the first to reject it. I knew many, especially in America, when this second generation of the Iranians and the Iraqis that have come and they're growing up. Many of these Shias, they really don't know what Shiism is. If they really and truly knew it, they'll be the first to reject it. Wallahi, Shiism is filth. I'm saying this to you. Shiism is filth. You read their stuff. They allow prostitution, as you know, called mut'ah. They allow lying. They allow so many things that any Muslim is going to reject. And when you read their chapters concerning this concept of prostitution, it is so disgusting. I even am embarrassed to say this to you. I mean, you go and read their books yourself. Okay, they say whoever commits for fornication with this type of way, he has guaranteed for himself Jannah. He's going to go to Jannah. The more you fornicate, the more you do mut'ah, and this is the type of fornication which is now prohibited. What is mut'ah? Mut'ah is you go to a woman and you pay her for an hour or two. That's exactly the definition of mut'ah. You pay her a certain amount of money for a certain period of time. If this is not prostitution, I don't know what is. You go to a woman and you pay her money to enjoy her for a certain period of time. 1 day, 1 hour, 1 week, whatever you want. Okay, this is mut'ah. The Shia to this day, not only do they allow it, they practice it to this day. Okay, and this is something which is clearly forbidden in the Quran and the Sunnah. It was allowed in the beginning of Islam, but the Prophet even the Quran clearly goes against it. The point is, with regards to the Shias, like I said, you have to make a differentiation between the Shia you're going to meet on the street, who might be an ignorant Shia. He doesn't know what his religion is. He doesn't know what his faith is. Perhaps he doesn't say this. Most of the Shias, they don't really know what their belief says. Of their beliefs is that their 12 imams control the creation. They control the creation. What type of shirk is this? Shirk and rububiyyah. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala controls the creation. And I have read this in Khomeini's book himself. I read it myself, the Arabic version of Khomeini's book, Al-Hukuma al-Islamiyya. I read this myself. Okay? That of our beliefs is that the 12 imams, they occupied a station above that of the prophets and messengers and malaika. And our 12 imams control all of creation. And nothing occurs except with the permission of our 12 imams. And they do this and they do that. This is pure shirk, pure blasphemy. And this is why Khomeini, in particular, the ulama of our times pronounce takfir, pronounce kufr on him. This person is not a Muslim. In particular, Shaykh bin Baz, Shaykh Uthaymeen, the Lajnah Da'ima, they all pronounce kufr. A person who says these type of statements, that Aisha, and he is also accused Aisha of this, Khomeini, okay? And he accused Abu Bakr and Umar of kufr and of hypocrisy. Okay, and he accused so many other Sahaba. He accused all of the Sahaba of rejecting the Prophet and rejecting the Quran and Sunnah, and of tampering with the Quran. And he accused the Quran of not being complete. Okay, Khomeini himself. We're not talking about the average Shias here. We're talking about their Imam of our times. So that is why the ulama of our time, they pronounce takfir, that this person, Khomeini, Ayatullah, Ruhullah, he's Ayatul Shaitan, he's not Ayatullah. This person, he is not in the fold of Islam. For his balala, for his evil that he was calling to. Really, brothers, don't be, unfortunately, people out of their ignorance, they think that Sunnis and Shias can cooperate. Perhaps an ignorant Shia, you can cooperate a little bit with him and call him to Islam. But the Shias that know their religion, beware of them and avoid them. I am telling you, the ulama of the past have talked about this. The Salaf, Sufyan al-Thawri and others, they said you will not find a group that is more lying than the Shias. You will not find a group that is more filthy in their beliefs than Shias. We're talking about people in the 1st, 2nd century of the Hijrah. They're describing the Shias like this. Imagine in our times, okay? Be aware of the Shias, be cautious of them, know their aqidah, and know that they have one aqidah which they give to the public, and one aqidah which is in their books. Okay, the aqidah that they give to the public, well, no, we love Abu Bakr and Umar, and perhaps Ali might be better than them, but we still love them. The aqidah that they have in Khomeini's book, Khomeini says in his book that when the Mahdi comes, their Mahdi, not our Mahdi, there's two Mahdis. We have our Mahdi, there's the Muslims have their Mahdi and the Shias have their Mahdi. Okay, when the Mahdi comes, he's going to resurrect Abu Bakr and Umar and hang them and whip them. This is what they say. Khomeini says in his book. Okay, crucify them. So many things. He's going to crucify them naked, hang them, okay, and whip them, and so many things. Okay, and they even say something like this of Aisha. So these type of people, beware of them, be cautious of them, and realize that these people, they are cursing your mother. The Prophet the Quran says that the wives of the prophets are the mothers of the believers. وَأَزْوَاجُهُ أُمَّهَاتُهُم. Anyone who knows the basic Arabic can understand it. أَزْوَاجُهُ, his wives, أُمَّهَاتُهُم, are your mothers, okay, or are the mothers of the believers. So the Prophet's wives, all of them, they are our mothers. A person comes to you and accuses your mother of zina. Are you going to love this guy? Are you going to even stand next to him in prayer? If a person accuses your mother of zina, of going out and fornicating with another guy, are you going to love this guy and cooperate with him? This is what the Shias believe, okay? Really, I get emotional with regards to the Shia, and any Muslim should, wallahi. Any Muslim that knows their belief, he should have pure anger and hatred for this, except, like I said, for those Shias who are ignorant of their religion, and there are many of them, especially in America. We know this for a fact, so there's so many Shias, when they discover their religion, what it really is, they reject it. And they accept the religion of the Quran and the Sunnah. So, another point while we're on the topic of the Shias, we don't pronounce takfir on every single Shia. In other words, we don't say that every single Shia is a kafir. Okay, we don't say this. No, we say that their beliefs, the true beliefs that they have in their books, is a belief of kufr. And anyone who believes in those beliefs is a kafir. Anyone who believes that the Quran is not complete, and this is what the Shias clearly say in Usul al-Kafi, their main book. They say that the present Quran is only 1/10 of the real Quran. 9/10 of the Quran is missing. It's hidden by the Sahaba. They ate it up and they just, they didn't give it to the people. Okay? Anyone who believes that the Quran is incomplete is a kafir, because the Quran says the Quran is complete. So you're disbelieving in Allah. Anyone that says Aisha is a fornicatress, he is a kafir. Anyone that says this, so many of the beliefs of the Shia, he is a kafir. But the question or the difference is that perhaps that Shia that you meet, he doesn't know these beliefs. And he's not aware of them. So don't pronounce kufr on every Shia. I don't say all Shias are kafirs, no. But the beliefs of the Shias are beliefs of kufr. The beliefs of the Shias are beliefs of kufr. So be careful when it comes to that. Long point of the Shias. But the point is, really, the Shias, when you read their beliefs, you can't help but get angry at them. The verses are found in the first 20 verses of Surah An-Nur. These verses were revealed because of Aisha. They were revealed because of Aisha. And they are still recited today. Surah An-Nur, go read it. It talks about the punishment of accusing false women. Punishment of accusing innocent women falsely. Okay, and it talks about, well, obviously the beginning verses, they're talking about when a man accuses his wife of fornication. That's not relevant. After that, the first 4 or 5 verses are dealing with that. After that, until verse number 20, it's all dealing with Aisha. And it clearly describes how the hypocrites, they joyfully spread this news, and it warns the believers of listening and spreading this type of news. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rebukes the believers. He said, why, when you heard this news, why didn't you presume good of her? Why didn't you presume good of what you heard? And said, subhanallah, this is buhtanun azim. This is a great lie. This is a great slander that has been invented against Aisha. So Allah reprimanded and rebuked the Muslims, the Sahaba, those that believed in Aisha, those that believed in the hypocrites against Aisha. Okay? So these verses are clear and explicit in that the Aisha is not guilty of these charges. Okay? And anyone who believes it, like we said, he is a clear kafir. Anyone who believes it. Like we said, the Shias, they do believe this, but not every single Shia knows the beliefs of the Shia.
The Shia, they first appeared during the time of Ali himself. And the origins of this group go back to a person by the name of Abdullah ibn Saba. He was a Jew of Yemeni origins. Ibn Saba claimed that Ali radiallahu anh was God incarnate, God on earth. He claimed Ali was divine. When Ali radiallahu anh heard of this group, he warned them and advised them and commanded them to repent, but they did not listen to him. So he commanded that they be burnt to death. And this punishment is recorded in Sahih al-Bukhari, that he commanded a group of heretics to be burnt to death. The heretics referred to, as Ibn Hajar says, are these Sabaites. However, he was not able to capture Abdullah ibn Saba personally. And so Ibn Saba continued to spread his deviant ideas amongst the Muslims. When Ali was killed, Ibn Saba actually declared that Ali had not been killed, he could not die, Rather, Shaitan had come and taken his form and figure, and Shaitan had died. Ali, he said, could not die because Ali was God incarnate. And he said that Ali radiallahu anhu would eventually come back to this earth. And this belief was known as the belief of the Raj'ah, meaning the return. Raj'ah means to return. They believed that the figure of Ali radiallahu anhu will come back at the end of time. And this belief of a Raj'ah filtered down to all of, or almost all of the Shia groups. So, almost all of the Shia groups believe in the return of some figure. As for the followers of Abdullah ibn Saba, they are called the Saba'iyya. They believe that Ali himself will return, and so they presume that Ali is the Mahdi. The actual Saba'iyya do not exist anymore in our times. However, they were the basis upon which all of the other future Shia and Rafida groups occurred. The most famous of these groups, and the group that is the most associated with the name Shia, is the group known as the Imamiyya, or the Ithna Ashariya, the 12er branch of Shi'ism. And this branch is the common branch that most Muslims know. They are in Iraq and Iran and Lebanon and other places. This is the common branch and the most popular branch of Shia Islam. They are called Imamiyya because they believe that the Prophet ﷺ himself specified the Imam after him should be Ali and his descendants. And they are called 12er because they believe in the existence of 12 Imams. These Imams, according to the Shia, have supernatural powers, so much so that they claim that the entire creation is under their control, and that they are all knowledgeable and all powerful. And the Shia also direct many acts of worship to these Imams. If you look at the graves of these Imams and what the Shias do, and even without them, they call out Ya Ali Madad and all of these types of du'as and other types of supernatural help that they seek from these beings. Well known that the Shias do not consider the Sahaba in general to be Muslim, especially the famous Sahaba. They consider them to have really left the fold of Islam and to have usurped the rights of Ali ibn Abi Talib. But they are not just content to expel them from the fold of Islam. Rather, their source books, and this I'm quoting directly from their source books, such as Usul al-Kafi of al-Kulayni and al-Masail al-Nasiriyya of Sayyid al-Murtada, and other source books, they mention that when the Mahdi leaves his cave, when he is basically set forth into this land, he shall resurrect the dead bodies of Abu Bakr and Umar, bring them back to life, and then torture them and whip them and crucify their bodies on trees. Look at the hatred that they have for these noble companions of the Prophet ﷺ. In fact, in some of their sources, it mentions that this shall occur more than once, meaning that the Mahdi will resurrect the bodies of these noble companions more than once, torture them to death, resurrect them, torture them, resurrect them, torture them, and so on and so forth for Allahu A'lam how many times. And they also believe that this Mahdi shall come forth with the original Quran, the Quran of Fatima they call it. Now the Shia source books, all of the Shia source books without exception, and this is something I personally have read from their books printed in their countries from their publishers such as Usul al-Kafi and other works, they clearly mention that the Quran that is existent in our times is deficient. And they claim that Abu Bakr and Umar and others of the companions radiallahu ta'ala anhum, they took out many verses of the Quran pertaining to the high status of Ali and the fact that he deserved the Khilafah besides them. And these narrations are present, as I said, in all of their source books. And in fact, they even have books, entire books written. At-Tabarsi, for example, is one of their authors. He wrote an entire book, which I have as well. All it seeks to do is to prove that the Quran has not been preserved. And the title of the book is The Proofs and the Evidences that the Kalam of the Rabb has not been preserved. This is that the speech of Allah has not been preserved. And so, what is the Qadhi Mahdi? They believe that Fatima radiallahu anha wrote a special private copy of the Quran that is 3 times larger than the present Quran, and which contains many verses about the wilayah of Ali and the coming of the Imams and so forth. So they believe that this Quran is with the Mahdi, and when he comes he shall bring this hidden Quran